But Macron would say, "Oh, that's interesting. You say that. So you believe that it should be 4%. So based on what consideration have you derived that 4% is exactly the right amount for expenditure? Where does it come from? Can you explain that to me?" Because I don't understand. So please explain that to me. And then Trump will need to explain. Sorry, but our case is a little bit different. So we have different priorities. We have our national budget. We have our top priorities, and we want to invest in education instead of military expenditure.
Like a Japan Russo meeting the same. Putin said to Abe, "Okay, we need to make peace agreement first instead of Ireland, returning."
Right.
For Ireland returning agreement, Putin said, "We try to make a peace agreement with Japan." Asked Abe, and I don't know Abe how answered for him, but based upon what you said, okay, this is a good idea. We need to proceed on. Sort of thing. Maybe Abe will not say that. Yeah? Of course, Japanese government, the prime minister cannot make judgment by himself. He needs to negotiate with each ministry.
Right.
This causes problem.
Of course.
Of
course.
That's interesting. Just interesting. We need to. This is Japanese people. The weak point, not politics, economy, everything. Right? Individual, everything, every problem.
Well, it's like you play a different game in Japan. It's like basically whenever you're in Japan, you play Yaku. But when you're outside of Japan, all of a sudden you're demanded to play soccer. But you have been playing Yaku your whole life. So as a soccer player, all of a sudden you're engaged in a game that you do not know. So Abe is maybe a very good baseball player, but when the moment he steps into an international negotiation with G7, all of a sudden he needs to play soccer, and that's a completely different game.
Well, Japanese people, they have nothing about knowledge about how to communicate with overseas people. They do not have it. Asian people is Japanese speak out what they think. Asian people is the same color. White people, they cannot speak out because of inferiority feeling they have for white people in the history. But Europe people, they can easily to communicate with Europe people, speak out what Japanese thinking, and in Asia. For China, yes, they cannot speak out whatever they think.
Sorry, I don't understand. The
colored, okay.
Right.
Yellow colored people, Japanese, they speak out what they think. Easy to communicate.
So Japanese people can convey their opinion to Chinese, to Vietnamese, to whoever in Asia, but not to Europeans.
Exactly.
They become intimidated.
Exactly.
Is that because Asian people are less, they more Confucius oriented, so they play more according to...
No, I don't know, but I don't know why, but historically, Japanese have feeling for inferiority.
They're number one in Asia, but not in...
some feeling of inferiority. But for Chinese, we had 150 years ago, Japanese people, they had feeling for inferiority to Chinese people. And inferiority and also the other side are both mixing. And but white people, Japanese is the same sense of Asian people for white. Right? Right? And I've never experienced Japanese people, they speak out their opinion among white people.
But they do express their opinion in
They
Asia.
don't. Asia? in Asia. Yeah, I think so, but not everybody. But
can we ask Takahashi-san? Because, like, for example, Takahashi-san is...
ask him.
Takahashi-san.
He's here.
Yeah.
Question. Do you agree that Japan is able to express its opinion to the rest of Asia?
Seems opinion, but it's not opinion for the discussion. That as we have told, with their mindset, even by saying this is opinion, but this is not the opinion for discussion and debate, negotiation.
Okay.
One way opinion that they're expecting the other side to accept 100%. So if they will be talked or asked back, then it's not.
Right. So what you're saying is that they are ready to give their opinion, but it's not an invitation for debate. It's basically just giving their opinion, and that's it. There's no. They don't expect an answer back.
No.
Right. So that's also maybe the crucial point in the discussion, because Europeans are very used to debate and very eager to debate, because that's the way we work. So you can really expect the other side to respond and to ask questions and to challenge the opinion of the Japanese side. How is that in Asia? Do you find that Asians immediately challenge the Japanese opinion, or do they just listen to it and accept it or not accept it, but not challenge it?
They do.
They do. They challenge it.
No, I don't know. Sometimes it could be challenging, but sometimes it is just asking.
Right.
But Japanese, by being asked many times, then they start feeling that challenge.
Right. And then
feel intimidating.
Right. And so if they are asked many times, they feel that they are being challenged. And then what is the average response of the Japanese delegation?
Or it's just feel they don't get little bit. They're feeling it's not reliable.
Right. So basically, the Asian counterpart is not a reliable partner.
Yeah, they are not understanding. They're not ready to understand it.
Right. So basically, as the Japanese delegation is giving their opinion, they are not ready to receive a counter opinion, or they're not actually even expecting anything. They're just expecting that the other side will follow the Japanese opinion or the Japanese proposal to the letter.
No.
Right. So that is I think that's a big difference with Western part. It's not as they say in French, a fait accompli. Basically, if you express your opinion or you give your proposal, you're expecting a counter proposal. You're expecting to be challenged, because that is basically how we work. So the Japanese side, if I understand you correctly, is it doesn't expect a counter proposal or a different opinion or anything.
No, they don't.
Right.
They're expecting to be accepted.
But why is that? I mean, do they? I really like. For me, that's difficult to understand. So how come you think that? Because they believe it's absolutely reasonable what they're proposing, or in the best interest of both parties, or why exactly do they feel that their proposal should be accepted?
Maybe it's because they don't have any option.
How is this if from Japanese party to Japanese party? So inside Japan, is it the same? So one side gives a proposal and it's never questioned or argued. It's just yes or no.
I don't know in detail, but and also you may know some part of Japanese way that the things are like the client asking the those who want to propose to come here to make proposal, but
Right.
our requirement is this and this. So
Okay, yeah. So the RFP, yeah.
point of requirement and your specification is meeting our expectation.
Right. Okay, so there's no so yeah, that's what I found, but unfortunately I have never been in the position to directly negotiate the no, that's actually not true. But so when it came to, for example, the weather software, I was a supplier and I just needed to fulfill the RFP requirements without actually having the power to suggest improvements or even the end user was never asked whether to put a question mark to the request for proposal. So yeah, it very often led to solutions that were not really solutions because it didn't really solve the problem of the end user. Okay.